Hi everybody, welcome to Travel and Tantrums.
Welcome to the wonderful city of Singapore.
Changi Airport.
So airports are usually the places you want to get in and out of as quick as possible, right?
Yes, but not this airport.
No. So, Singapore, when you arrive, you're almost certainly going to arrive at Changi Airport. The other way of getting it through there is the land border with Malaysia, but 99% of you will probably arrive at Changi Airport.
And so what you want to do as soon as you get off the plane is buying a SIM card.
Yeah, you can do that as soon as you get through the immigration and the customs queue. There is a bit to purchase SIM cards. We paid for a 12-day SIM card for 38 Singapore dollars. Gives you 100 gigabytes worth of data, which is more than enough for 12 days. Now, to get out of the airport, you've got obviously a number of options. You can take the taxi, the bus, but by far the easiest and one of the quickest ways is to use the Singapore MRT.
We opted for a taxi. Taxis are really cheap here in Singapore.
Yep, so we jumped in a cab from Changi Airport to downtown City Hall, kind of Raffles area, and it cost us $23 if I'm correct in the cab. The reason we chose the cab, for us, it was probably easier than lugging suitcases around in a pram and two kids.
Yeah. The more suitcases you have, the more likely you want to catch a taxi. So one of the first things that you're going to want to do is get an MRT pass. It is the easiest and quickest way to get around. And so what you can do is buy these day passes. So if you buy a 1, 2 or 3 day pass, it is cheaper than going there individually each time. So a 1 day pass.
It allows you unlimited travel throughout the whole network, MRT network throughout Singapore. A 1 day pass is $10.
A 2 day pass is
$16.
And a 3 day pass
$20. So absolute bargain. There is a $10 deposit on the card. You get that back when you return the card. And one of the other good things is children under 7 get free rides across the MRT network. What you've got to do is take their passport or some form of ID, go and register that at the ticket office. They give you the cards, and then you've got to return them when you finish with them. But kids under 7 get around free, so make sure you grab one of these. Cheap for adults and free for children under 7. Singapore's got heaps of options for accommodation. They've got obviously all the high-end hotels through to hostels.
Yeah.
We opted again for a hotel. This hotel is called Swiss Hotel Stamford.
but it's just a beautiful view, so we thought we'd shout ourselves by staying here for half of the time, and then would also stay at a family-friendly place.
So we're here at the Swiss Hotel for just over a week, and then the second part of our trip will be reviewing the Ibis Styles, more of a budget option in Singapore. So this room was more the upper end of the budget, and then the Ibis Styles is again at the more lower end of the budget. Expect to pay anywhere between $100 to $400 a night in Singapore.
Yeah,
so
it's very expensive accommodation. Connected to this hotel is a shopping mall, so Paul looks after the kids and I go and spend some money.
We wanted to explore the city by bike. We had an idea that we'd cycle around the harbour and the marina area and go and see Singapore on 2 wheels. We got talked into hiring 2 e-scooters.
Yeah, e-scooters.
Which actually turned out to be amazing. You go on a loop around the city.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to understand it is you've always got the water on one side of you, so you're following the path. You literally can't get lost.
Yes.
So go and see the guys there at the bicycle hut. It's 38 Singapore dollars for 3 hours hire. Now the guys, to us, really flexible, just like, yeah, just take it. We actually ended up being probably over 3 hours, 3.5 hours. They weren't bothered. 100% recommend them. This really, really good service. $38 per bike, 3 hours, go and do it. This is the real test. Okay.
Gardens by the Bay.
An absolute must when you visit Singapore. So it's an attraction for people of all ages. I would fail to understand anybody who didn't like Gardens by the Bay.
Yeah, there's so much to see and do at Gardens by the Bay, and it's just beautiful.
The whole area, let's just start from the beginning, is a big park, and you've probably seen the pictures of those kind of the trees that glow up.
There are free areas within these gardens, but then there's also paid areas as well.
Sure, there's 2 domes. One of them's called the Flower Dome. Now, guess what's in there? There's also a garden called the Far East Organisation Children's Garden, and that's a massive kids' play area of fountains and slides, and a good place for the kids to cool off in the hot weather.
Yes.
So if you are going to Gardens by the Bay, again, bring your
swimming
gear
suit
for the kids. Yeah. So one of the other attractions you want to see when you are at Gardens by the Bay is the OCBC Skyway and Super Tree Grove.
And best time to see these, if you can, is dusk.
Absolutely.
Because you want to see them in the day, but they are stunning at night because they are all lit up.
So the Super Tree Grove in the Skyway is kind of a dramatic vertical plant display, and I believe from the top of it is a 22 metre high view, and there are light shows. There are 2 light shows, one at 7:45 and one at 9:15 each night. So if you get there around dusk, see it in the daylight as Gemma mentioned, but be there for the night show. It's really spectacular.
Yeah.
So to get in to Gardens by the Bay, for 2 conservatories, so that's the Flower Dome and the Cloud Forest.
That is $28
Per adult.
per adult.
How much for the kids?
$15.
And that's between the age of...
That's between the age of 3 and 12.
Okay. And the Skyway's priced separately, right?
Yeah, so the Skyway to walk along it is $8 per adult, or for children is $5. Thanks for watching our Singapore trip. I hope you really liked it. That was part 1, and we're also going to do a part 2 Singapore because there is so much to see and do with families. So make sure to check that out. If you want to know when it's going to happen, hit the subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. See you in the next video. Take care, guys.
You and I, we're always on the edge. We fight and make love at the same time. Would you break up just because I told you?